I think the foundation of justice is really about right and wrong and restitution. If you've wronged someone, there's a price to pay. The Bible is filled with laws and rules that if you've done something, you are to repay that debt. And sometimes that debt is to an individual person. Sometimes that debt is to the community. I'm Joe Sanchez. I've been attending Christ Community Church for 13 years. I've been employed as an assistant public defender for 10 and a half years. God's justice is different than human system of justice in that it is perfect. In the human form of justice, there is room for flaw because we are flawed individuals. Judges make mistakes, attorneys make mistakes, and that can lead to dire consequences. But that doesn't happen in God's justice because God knows all and knows the right justice for each circumstance. As an attorney, in particular as a public defender representing people who have been accused of crimes, knowing that God cares about justice is the ultimate oversight. It helps guide not just how I represent people that I know to be innocent, but also those I know to be guilty. Knowing that God cares that even the guilty receive fair justice is important in guiding how I represent individuals in court and how I represent those individuals, particularly those where the evidence is overwhelming in terms of their guilt. You know, as a Christian, when a person is before a judge and they're facing a sentencing, or I'm negotiating as an attorney with a prosecutor to try and mitigate the sentence, there's a sense that to some that if a person receives a lighter sentence than what we deem to be appropriate, that is somehow a miscarriage of justice, that we are already granted something we should not get. We are not getting the punishment we deserve, which would be justice, is getting what you deserve. But we're not getting that. We are getting grace. Somebody has taken that for us. We've gotten what we don't deserve, and that is that somebody else has accepted the sentence for our misdeeds. And so we have this belief that if a person doesn't get exactly what we as the individual deems appropriate as a sentence, that it's a miscarriage of justice, without realizing that we've already been given the grace of not receiving the sentence we deserve.